Welcome to day 337 of our Get You Girls annual challenge. Today we're going to talk about 25 plus different tools that you can use for goal getting, goal setting, personal development. Tools that we've talked about, many of them we've talked about, probably talked about almost all of them this year as part of the challenge. And then there's some that aren't even on here. This month we're going to spend but a couple more days in addition to today talking about different tools and things that can help us to get what we want because they're so powerful. Why not use tools? It's like, why would you not use a hammer to hammer a nail into the wall? Why would you not use the right tool for the job? And sometimes it takes experimenting to figure out what the right tool is for you. So our action item today is I'm just going to read through this huge list of tools and maybe make a couple of comments on one or two of them, but not very many because it's a big list. It's over 25. And then all we're going to do today is think about these tools, how they can help us to get what we want with respect to our goals and objectives in any area and aspect of our life. We're going to then share in the comments, well, our favorite tool. What's the favorite tool you have for getting what you want? And I will think about and share mine too. So what are some of these tools? Number one, the whole goal setting and personal development mindset, ideology, frameworks, and processes. There's so many different tools, so many different things that we can find that will help us to learn more about those areas and aspects of us. Because ultimately, our purpose here on planet Earth, in my humble opinion, is to become an ever-increasing better human being, a better version of ourselves. And better is, of course, defined by us, but, and then, final judgment or whatever you happen to believe. Number two, mind mapping, usually using visualization techniques. And we talked about at least a dozen different visualization techniques this year. Power Vision movie from Jim Edwards. I learned that from Jim Edwards. Is one of my personal favorites. Tony Robbins teaches a lot of those too. NLP has a lot of different tools for visualization. Especially with respect to goals and visualizing ahead of time, 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. If we don't change a behavior, what is our life going to look like? And then visualizing if we do change that behavior, what might our life look like? That's a great visualization tool. SMART goals. Obviously, we've covered that all year long. I keep saying month. Habit tracking apps. Establishing consistency. There are so many apps. There's literally tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of mobile apps on our phones nowadays or on our computers. Most of us, if you're listening to me, are obviously technologically connected. So check out some of these apps, the ones that are especially helpful for you to create the habits and the life that you want. Journaling, again, one of my favorites. I think that's the very first day I think we talked about the power of journaling and reflecting. It's a great reflective practice for personal growth. By journaling and writing things down, we can go back and look at our notes and say, this is a lesson that I learned from that. Meditation and mindfulness, enhancing our mental clarity. Mentorship and coaching, guided support for goal attainment. One of the quickest, easiest, fastest ways to achieve what you want and get a goal is to have somebody coach and mentor you that's actually done what it is that you're trying to do. I've done that throughout my entire life and career. Accountability partnerships, they strengthen our commitment. We talked about those several times. Time management tools, we've talked about many of them, and optimizing our efficiency. Positive affirmations, shaping our mind. Excuse me, I need another drink of coffee. I'm a huge believer in afformations as well as affirmations. Learned about them from Louise Hay. Oh my gosh, probably back in the 70s or 80s. They had to be the 80s, the 1980s. Self-assessments and feedback loops. We talked about different types of feedback, and feedback is one of my favorite topics. So if we'd like to go into that more deeply, just hit me up and ask. Books on personal development and goals. We can use them to learn from experts. We can also do podcasts and webinars. We can listen to podcasts and webinars. And we can take people's courses and we can learn from other people so we don't have to figure everything out ourselves. Vision boards is a great visualization tool and helps us visualize our goals. We've talked about those. Networking and community engagement. Being involved with like-minded people is a great way and a great tool to help us to advance faster. We are, and I don't know, I'm sure some personal development guru said this, or some motivational speaker said that we are the sum of the 5 people we hang out or spend the most time with. And it's I don't know if it's statistically proven or true, but it's definitely true. We behave the way the people around us behave. So if we want to improve our behavior, hang around people that behave better or think better or have better mindsets. Financial planning tools, aligning our goals with our resources is always important. Emotional intelligence assessments, huge topic now, because as much as we like to think we're rational, objective human beings, we are first and foremost emotional beings. Decision-making frameworks, we've talked about a lot of them. PSDM, which is problem-solving decision-making. The urine analysis, one of my personal favorites. The head-heart intuition tool. The pros and cons. The plus and minus tool. Those we've talked about a lot of ways to make better, quicker decisions. And we can go into all kinds of super complicated decision-making models that you can get on the computer, etc. nowadays, probably on apps, mobile apps too. Any area or aspect of your life, there are apps for, if you want, financial apps, health apps, etc. 21, risk-taking and adaptability strategies. 22, creative problem-solving methods, including, of course, my favorite, the SOAP framework and the SOAP method of problem-solving and decision-making and handling challenges and setbacks. Communication skills development, always important because it impacts every area and aspect of our life. So how do you become a better listener? How do you become better at your body language as well as understanding other people's body language? Building resilience and coping mechanisms. My 2-year-old granddaughter already has coping mechanisms that she shares with all of us. Her cousin, her 10-year-old, now 11-year-old cousin, taught her last year when she was only 1 how to breathe and calm herself down. And so now whenever mommy or daddy or grandma or anyone else gets upset, she's like, "Mommy grumpy, breathe, mommy." It's so cute, but that's a skill she'll have her entire life. Where am I? Continuous learning. I can't read my writing. Something, online courses and certifications. So continuous learning platforms. There are so many. There's never a reason to say that we can't find the information or we don't have the information or it's not available to us nowadays with the internet. And there's always a way to look around and find around and get the information you need to do anything that you want. I wrote down some more challenges. Hypnosis. I can't believe we didn't have any hypnosis on there because I'm a huge believer in hypnosis, and you can go online to YouTube and find a hypnosis or different music beats, binaural beats and things. There's so many tools that can help us to create the life that we want. Universal laws, law of attraction, present moment living, now, Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now. That's not the name of the book, but taking 100% personal responsibility. How do we go about doing that? Flip Switch from Lynn Grabhorn, Emotional Guidance System from Esther and Jerry Hicks, and Teachings of Abraham, The Lifeline, and we could go on and on. But all I want to do is introduce the idea of adopting and finding the tools that work best for you and actually using them on a regular basis, because the more you use them, the better you get at them. The more I visualize, I used to be the world's worst visualizer, but the more I practice visualizing, the better I get at it. Now, I really worked well for me personally in the real estate industry. So many people cannot go into a really trash house and imagine and visualize what it will look like fixed up and repaired. And that's how I really honed my visualization skills for an actual business, was by getting better and better and better at that. And it improved our businesses because it helped me to actually imagine what something could look like to decide if it was a yay or nay investment property. So today, what are we doing? We're thinking about all the tools we've talked about this year, and we are picking our favorite one and sharing our favorite one in the comments below. I think my favorite one is probably, and I didn't even say it, is the practice of gratitude. We've definitely talked about that this year, but that is probably the one secret weapon tool that I've discovered over my lifetime that has served me best, because it does a lot of things. It has me appreciating what is already working in my life and focusing on that to create more of it. And it reminds me that our lives, even when we have problems and challenges, we have far more blessings than we do problems and challenges. All right, share your favorite in the comments below, your favorite tool. And again, we're going to spend a couple more days in December talking about different tools because they're that important. Have an awesome day, and I'll of course be with you tomorrow.